I lost my passport here in Europe. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this video. I am now in Bad Hamburg, Germany. A beautiful, quaint city. It's complete. Napakaganda. Dito ako sa isang park. And this all started with birthday trip. Treat sa akin to ng aking mga good friends na mag-asawa na si John and Jeng. Thank you very much for this wonderful treat. I appreciate this for my 60th birthday. And this is such a blessing. I know that the Lord has used you to fulfill a wonderful dream of coming over to Europe or coming back to Europe after 30 plus years. In this European trip, we went to, of course, here in Germany, and then we went to Budapest in Hungary, and later on in Vienna, Austria, Salzburg, where the Sound of Music was filmed, and then in a very beautiful, small panoramic city or a village in the middle of Austria, that's in Hallstatt. Then later on, we went to Prague. That's my former adopted city in the 90s. It still is beautiful, lovely, panoramic. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world to me. And then we went back here in Germany. We went to Belgium again, my beautiful city that I adopted in the later middle 90s that I so love. So my cousins, relatives, my very good friends, my best friend in Belgium, and then went to Amsterdam in the Netherlands and came back here. It was such a wonderful, wonderful experience to me. I lost my passport here in Europe. It was quite a devastating experience from all of the beautiful trips and travels, adventures that we had. When I lost it, I was devastated, very hopeful that it will be found with the efficient train system here in Germany. There was lost and found system. I reported, but eventually after almost 2 weeks, it wasn't found, and it was said that it should be considered lost. My passport, my bag, some items there, including my wallet and IDs, are very essential because it is my document to go around the world. And with all the records that I have, there will be a lot of hassles in processing that again. The what supposedly wonderful experience was inserted by that incident of losing something. My official travel document. And I was wondering why I did that. It was a conglomeration of feelings. I hate myself. I was angry with myself for forgetting it, losing it in the train. Nahiya ako. And a lot of hassles also to the people around me, my friends, my host here in Germany. But there were a lot of realizations and thinking there. The The emotion was terrible. There were anger, doubts, fears, questioning God again. After all the established faith that I have, there were a struggle, wrestling, feeling. But then at the end of the day, there was peace, knowing that the Lord is in control, knowing that people are with me. In my one reflection video in Prague, I said that in all of the vicissitudes of my life, in my 60 years of existing on this earth, there's one thing that I can only depend on: God, trusting in Him. And what happened, the doubts, the bad emotions, I still run to God, continue to trust Him despite of. The people around me encouraged me, gave me hope. They will even have stronger faith than me that it will be found. And I told them, I have faith. I hope in God. I'm looking forward that it will be returned to me. But I also told them that I am a realist. In situations like this, I do not ask the question again, why, but the what. I ask the question, what? I told God, Lord, now that this happens, what should I do? Again, just like what I've said earlier, I'm thankful that people surrounding me right now are very, very helpful. The relatives of Jeng, Chalina, his cousin Sarah provided a lot. Help, assistance. I'm blessed to have a cousin who happened to be the Consul General in Dubai that I connected, who endorsed me to the consul and consulate here in Frankfurt, which I know things will be all right. Again, the developments were not really good, but behind that, the silver lining is I saw people's help, assistance, the goodness, God's peace. I'd like to thank my cousins in Belgium who were very helpful too, and friends all over who knew. My family back in LA that I look forward to see, which it will not happen because I need to go back to the Philippines now that my passport is lost. In all of these things, the other thing that made me think a lot are the reactions of people. Just like what I've said, people were very helpful, understanding. But there are also people who ask and seemingly like told me that it's like my fault. Now, maybe I can ask you this when something wrong happened. In your concern, do not even give a hint to the people who's been affected or who's the victim or who's going through the difficulty. It's not their choice. They do not want that. Do not give any hint that it's their fault. They're already suffering. And they are blaming themselves already. Don't emphasize this or don't emphasize that. It will devastate them more. Just listen to them and just tell them that you are with them in what they're going through. To those who prayed for me, thank you so much. To those who encouraged me, thank you so much. And this thing that happened, still there's no answer why this happened. People are telling me that God has reasons. At this point, I do not know the reason. But at the end of the story, I will see that. I will see that. Again, in all my life, my 60 years of existence in this world, the ups and downs, the sorrows, the joys, the accomplishments, the failures. One thing that I hold on to, which is one of my favorite verses in the Bible, Romans 8:28. All things work together for good to them that love God. I love God. He has purpose. I don't exactly know those purposes. He has given me my life purpose, but with some incidents like this, I do not know yet. Yet I know that He is behind the scene. And I know that He's smiling and He's saying, my son, Prudy, I am with you. Things may not be good, but I'm with you. And that assurance of the Lord, that words of the Lord, that He is never leaving me nor forsaking me. His presence is enough in the worst, in the best, in the good, and the bad situations in life. Thank you, my friends, for listening to this expressions and reflection of this travel, this birthday travel. And thank you so much for those who love me and care for me. God bless you.